I always get asked, what are your custom tactics in FC 25? But the thing is, you need to use different formations based on what's happening in game. And there's 3 different formations I use every FUT Champs, and they're that good, I need to show you all 3. Each one is used for different scenarios, so let me tell you why. Let's get into the tactics. So ladies and gentlemen, we're starting with the balanced formation, the one you should be starting each game with in FC 25. Now, as you can see on the screen, it's a 4-2-1-3, and it's absolutely packed out. Our team's really good. We've got Evos everywhere. Look at that Theo Hernandez. He looks insane. But forget Theo Hernandez. Look at that Thierry Henry. I won't say any more Evos or players in the team. You don't care about that. Let's get into the tactics and show you why I use them. So as we know, we're in the 4-2-1-3 with a build-up style of balance, which is funny. I've mentioned this before. At the start of the year, I was preaching for short passing. Don't use short passing. You want the players on forward runs for them incisive passes, but we'll get onto that. Defensive approach, aggressive for this one, because when you're playing FUT Champs, players aren't looking for the reset, which is where you run down the line, pass to a free centre mid, go across to another centre mid, and then find the striker, which is really overpowered in pro matches. So what we're going to do is put 95. Now, there's one thing that can change your opinion on 95 depth. If the opponent is spamming first time through passes over the top and just constantly exposing your high line, you're going to want to drop this to 70. But for now, we're going to leave it at 95. Onto the player roles now. We have sweeper, keeper, balance. Listen, ladies and gents, this does not matter if you have goalkeeper or sweeper keeper. It's your preference. There might be another tactic where I only have it on goalkeeper. Don't look into that too much. Use whatever you prefer. I think sweeper keeper is probably better, but sometimes I just forget to put it on. Onto the fullbacks now. We have fullback and balance for Lilian Thuram and for Theo Hernandez. We want these players bombing up and down the pitch. Options for through balls here, there, and everywhere with our incisive centre midfielders as well as our cam. Now, on the centre backs, we're going for defender and defend. This is not going to change throughout the video, so don't get too excited about the defense. Onto the DMs now. We have DLP and build up, because on the DMs, a lot of people will use holding. Yeah, it's good for defending, but then you wonder why they're not helping in attack. The DMs on build up from DLP, they play like centre mids in attack. They'll come and help you, you'll score more goals, and you'll appreciate it in FC 25 if you put this on. They're both really good to put on DLP build up. But yeah, holding is good too. It's just not very good in attack. Onto the cam now. Playmaker or Shadow Striker are the 2 real options you can use. Shadow Striker is decent. They'll get up towards the striker, playing and around them like a number 10 in real football. But I don't really want that. We want a playmaker, someone who's going to stand still, and when the ball comes to them, they can fling it over the top, play in Thierry Henry, and put him one-on-one with the keeper. Now, yeah, playmaker balance is pretty good for me. I'm really liking it. That's what most pros use in this formation too. Onto the striker, we have advanced forward attack. Don't change this. I know people like poacher. I know people probably like target forward and stuff, or advanced forward support. Not in the one striker formation. You need advanced forward attack. That player needs to be making runs, so people like Janola or even the wingers can pick them out. Now, talking about the wingers, we're going to head straight over to them. Inside forward balanced. Inside forward balanced. I'm pretty sure on my previous 4-2-1-3 tactics video that I always link to every single challenge video we do, I might have said roaming on the wingers, which was a few months back, and I genuinely thought that was the play. It's not the play, or it might have been attack. Either way, you want balance, because with balance you can trigger them and play the pass straight away. They're onside, they're through on goal. With attack, they're offside by the time you trigger them. You want them to have momentum, be already running before you play the pass, which is so important in FC 25. But yeah, these are the 4-2-1-3 tactics. As you can see, here's the code on the screen right now. But let me show you some game clips on how to use this formation properly. Right, some game clips should be playing right now. But the thing is about this, I'm not going to show too much. You know why? Because you can go and watch any other video on this channel, and we'll be playing in the 4-2-1-3. You can see the patterns there, how to play it. And we've also done a single video on the 4-2-1-3 months back, basically explaining what's good in each position, etc. But yeah, quick things to talk about. You want powerful players in the wing who've got finesse shot plus, maybe a low-driven finesse shot striker, a cam with incisive and maybe tiki-taka too, CDMs with anticipate, maybe intercept, maybe ping pass, maybe incisive. Fullbacks powerful, again, you want people who can run, build momentum, and you play a through ball and they're just so quick. They don't slow down, they don't get bodied by bruiser. And then centre backs, you just want tall guys really, people who can win a header and have anticipate as well. Sweeper keeper, you want far reach plus, and sometimes save with leg trait. But yeah, that's it for the 4-2-1-3. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Let's head on to the 4-1-4-1. This is if you've got a lead in FUT Champs. So yeah, you're playing FUT Champs, everything's going to plan, you've got a lead, but we know how attacking the 4-2-1-3 is, and sometimes that can punish you at the back. Let's say it's the 75th minute, you've got a lead, you want to shut down the game, slow it down, waste time. Now you're looking at the team right now, and you're thinking Kaka's out of position. Don't worry about that, we'll look to the bench, and I think we'll bring in Tchouameni for this one, for Kaka, and put Hullet right centre mid. This is the sort of vibe you're going to look for in a 4-1-4-1. You're going to need to make a substitution, because I doubt you've got someone who can play striker, for example, cam, and then also play centre mid. Unless you have like a Patelas, maybe you could fit in. But yeah, forget about that. That's a load of waffle. Let's get into the 4-1-4-1 tactics and tell you exactly why they're useful in FUT Champs. So here we go, 4-1-4-1 with a balanced build-up. I've already mentioned that. Don't use short passing, and I don't even really like counter when I'm chasing a lead. You can try it out, but for me, I don't love it. I think I might have it on my 4-2-2, but when I'm in a pro game, I feel like it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, we'll move on now. Defensive approach, high, 70. We've dropped the depth from 95. Drop that line in because we don't want to get through ball. That would be absolutely silly. But at the same time, if you feel like you're pressing really well in the 95 depth, maybe just leave it on. It's completely up to you. 50 is also useful as well, but I don't really like it. You proper sit off and you might give away chances if you're not the best at defending. So we're leaving it on 70 for now. And as we mentioned, we've got it on goalkeeper for this tactic. It doesn't matter at all, really. So we're just going to leave it like that. We're not going to change it. It's fine. Now, we've got fullback defend, the same as last time, and the same with the centre backs, defender and defend. It's the same thing. You want the back four to be steady, so nothing changes there. Now, onto the CDM. DLP, not build up. We've got defend on this one. I feel like we want them to just stay a bit deeper this time. Maybe holding's really good as well. I do like holding on this formation too. I feel like it depends who you play in. But yeah, for this one, we want the player to drop off. The key cog to building up play from the back. This defensively positioned midfielder will often be the catalyst for attack. That's why he's the GOAT. Onto the centre mids now. We have box to box and box to box. This is so they're just getting back and forth. And Matuidi's there as the anchor, right? He's got the anchor chem style on, and he is the anchor. He's going to sit off behind the two centre midfielders, and basically it's pretty simple. They're going to play as a three-man midfield. If they're playing the 4-2-1-3, their cam will be getting man-marked by Matuidi. And that's why it's so important. The wingers, we've got inside forward on the left side, and we've got winger on the right side. Similar to my 4-4-2, I just like that sort of dynamic. If you need to get down the line and you're stuck, the right winger will always be on. For the striker, we've got advanced forward attack. Same again. Listen, guys, there's pro tactics that will never change. For example, advanced forward attack, you're going to have at least one of them in every team. You might have an advanced forward support next to him, but this is the best tactic in FC 25. Now, why is this player on inside forward, you may ask? On the reset, if you come down the right, hit to the centre mids, go across, Ginola will be positioned in a better position to get the ball and maybe hit a finesse across goal. Another thing, he's going to move inside, so that means you can trigger Theo Hernandez on a forward run, past Ginola, and then play him through on goal, maybe with Vitinho or Matuidi. But yeah, this formation is really good. I'm going to show you some gameplay now. I needed this so much in game number 14, and I needed it also in game number 15 from this FUT Champ. So yeah, let me get into that, show you why it's useful, and talk you through the strengths and weaknesses. So here we are in game number 8, and the opponent comes flying forward with Barini. What can he do? Finds the pass, scores a goal. Now we take a pause here because we're 6-5 up and we don't trust it. And we switch from 4-2-1-3, as you can see, to 4-1-4-1. And we make a substitution. We take off a player for a centre midfielder and we head back into the action. Here's the team as you can see it on the screen in the 4-1-4-1. Now, we're winning by 1 goal. This is the plan. If we're winning by 1 or 2 goals, head into the 4-1-4-1. Now, you'll see what the plan is. The plan is, as the 4-2-1-3 is 2 attacking, this drops the wingers deeper. So they go from wingers to wide midfielders, right? And the striker's out for the centre mid, the extra man in midfield. As you can see, this is what we're doing. This is what the plan is. Get down the line as we find one more pass to Leao and score a finesse, okay? That is exactly what we want to do. This is what we're aiming to do. We trigger Leao. We lose the ball here. It's unfortunate, right? But the plan is you want to play between the 3 centre mids. There is obviously not going to be like, not every attack's going to be perfect. I do understand that. But because the CDM is marking their cam if they're in a 4-2-1-3, it's perfect to shut down any single game. Listen, this is our plan. Get to the winger and get down the line. We'll trigger Ginola now. We'll pass it across to Hullet. We'll pass to Kaká. Look for that pass. Find it. That's perfect. The issue with this formation is the attack, because you only have 1 striker and then 5 midfielders. You need to do a lot of triggering of players' forward runs. But look at us, we're just running the clock down. We got to this position from just triggering Ginola and playing him in. Here comes Kaká, shot cancel, finesse. What a goal, RedLac. As you can see, it's also better for tackling. We have 3 players in midfield. So if 1 centre mid misses a tackle, doesn't mean anything. You've got 2 more ready to get involved in the play. And yeah, this formation is really good to see out a lead. I wouldn't play it all game long, no chance, because, you know, it's not very attacking at all. But we needed it in game number 14 and 15 to slow the game down and drain the clock. And as you can see, it's working a treat now. But yeah, I thought I'd do a complete tactics guide for you guys, because it's easy saying, oh, I'll play the 4-2-1-3, but then you guys are 4-0 up and then losing the game and wondering why. You know, you need to know the diagnosis. As we get an 8-5 win in FUT Champs Absolutely amazing stuff. As you can see now, we'll skip through it and show you that this was our game to go 14-0. And there's the confirmation, 14-0 with 1 game to spare. We've talked about what will happen if everything goes to plan. What if it doesn't? What if the opponent's formation is countering your 4-2-1-3 and you just can't seem to score, but you need a goal? Look no further. Here we have the 4-2-2. We've done our own separate video on this, and you guys loved it. And let me talk you through why it's so good, okay? You have cams instead of like wide mids, but they don't get back. In FUT Champs, this is perfect. In a pro game, I wouldn't be able to defend, to be honest, but in FUT Champs, it's perfect for them 4 attackers up front, and we're going to show you exactly why, and we're going to show you a gameplay from game number 8 in the weekend league, which I nearly lost. It bailed me out massively, and it's so important in FC 25. Let's get into the tactics. So the 4-2-2 formation, we're on balanced again. It's not on counter, I was wrong. But yeah, balance is what I like in FC 25. I think counter, the players just run away. We actually need to keep the ball before the players go on forward runs, if that makes sense. Defensive approach, aggressive. Of course it's aggressive. We need to press high and we need to win the ball back. Let's get onto the player roles and show you exactly what we're doing. Again, we've got goalkeeper and defend. Again, doesn't really matter. We're not going to stay on that for too long. Defender and defend, same as the other 2 formations. But hang on, we've got a change up. Wing back, balanced on both fullbacks. This is because you need them to be attacking. You need them to be making options for you and outnumbering the opponent's defense so there's holes. For example, if your left back goes on the forward run, their right back comes over to mark it, their centre back comes over to make the space, and then there's more space for your attackers to find space in their box, if that makes sense. It sounds like waffle. It's completely legit. Onto the CDMs, we have DLP build-up. We spoke about this before. So good for the CDMs to come and help in attack, help you score goals, and be in and around the box, as well as defending in your own half too. You'll be amazed at how quick they run back, trust me. Onto the cams now. There's been a lot of talk about this. The double shadow striker is perfect for me. Playmakers, they don't do anything. They just stand on the side of the pitch. They're pointless. They don't defend and they don't attack. Shadow striker is just all out attack. They're basically playing like a 4th striker, okay? So you've got 2 shadow strikers in cam. You've got an advanced forward attack, which we talked about, is in every single formation. And then the extra one. Poacher, attack. Thierry Henry, finding them holes. This player has one objective, score goals. They stay forward and focus on making runs in behind defence, hoping to fashion a chance to score. These are all the tactics that I use, okay? You've got the 4-2-1-3, the 4-1-4-1, and the 4-2-2. Let's get into the gameplay from the 4-2-2 in game number 8 of this weekend league and show you why it's so important. Right, this was like a week or 2 ago now. I say this FUT Champs, but it's because I've recorded the video before I've left to go to Saudi Arabia. Keep your eyes out for the vlog, by the way. That's coming next week. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, as you can see, heading into the game, that's the team the opponent was using. And let's get into some gameplay clips. So here we are with the 4-2-2 gameplay highlights. As you can see, Odegaard threw on goal to make it 4-3, does score. We're in trouble. 10 minutes to go in weekend league. 4-3 down. We don't feel like we're going to score in the 4-2-1-3. Like, we're in trouble. So we head over to team management, as always, and we're looking to make some subs, maybe a formation change. We head into the tactics. What are we going to do? We put on the 4-2-2 formation, which I'm showing you guys right now. Pretty much, we turned it on and absolutely shown up and scored some goals, right? So let's see it. Kaká out to Ginola. Ginola now. Triggering Theo, the wing back, to get round him. Into Kaká. Look at the right back, Immobile. That threat of outnumbering the opponent has completely scared him. It's Rafael, finesse shot. Straight back into it. Last attack, the whistle's going to go any minute. Kaká into Henry. Penalty. We've changed this game from being, what was it, 4-3 down in the 80th minute. We've scored straight away. You can say it was a kickoff, but like in the attack, there were so many options. You can see how good my attack is since I've changed. Henry does score. 5-4 and a win in FUT Champs. From 4-3 down, 10 minutes to play, we've turned it around. And that's why these tactics are so important. So make sure you have all 3 tactics set up because you're going to need them in FUT Champs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, comment what you want to see next, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace. Do you want to play out from the back in FIFA, but your keeper is more like De Gea than Ederson? Who should be higher rated in EAFC? Leao or Dembele?
Finesse him. Get out the game, man. 3-0 whitewash. Throw that pan. You're done.